Hi everyone, I'm back again with an update for my Race to $1,000 case study where I'm comparing my affiliate site and my display ad site to see which one's going to make $1,000 first. It's the end of month 4, so time for another update. And this month I added 17 articles for the affiliate site and 18 articles for the display ad site. Now, month 4 is the most frustrating month when you're building out a website because you're not out of that sandbox yet, but you're a long way through building content and you just want to see progress. And usually you're not seeing too much progress yet. But the end is in sight because that 6-month mark where usually things start picking up is getting closer. So now's the month to keep the faith. But I am really frustrated and I can see that underneath, even though I'm not getting any traffic and I usually wouldn't stress about that, the underlying metrics for this site or both of the sites are not very good at all. And I'll walk you through that. So, for the affiliate site, I added 17 articles. That was good. They're all good articles. I've made sure that they're all interlinked into nice tight silos to try to tell Google that I've got authority in all the topics that I'm writing about. All the articles are between 2,500 and 4,000 words long. They're detailed. They're good articles. I'm happy with the articles. But I'm still getting no traffic and really bad impressions. And this underlying metric of bad impressions is the one that's stressing me out at the moment. That purple line should be getting more impressions than it is at this point. I need to remember that I'm in the sandbox at the moment, so maybe things can recover, but at the moment things aren't looking very good. So I went to SERP Robot and added all of the target keywords that I'm trying to target into SERP Robot, which is my rank tracker. And I have literally none of my articles are ranking at all in Google for any of the keywords that I'm trying to target that are in my headers. So what's going on here? I should expect at least some of these articles sitting around position 50, 60, 70, 80, slowly starting to move up, but I'm seeing nothing. So there's big red flags for this site. I thought that maybe it's the indexing issues for Google. I went to Google. I got 40 valid, 30 excluded. I looked at those excluded articles. They're not actually the articles. They are category pages and things. And Google did the right thing for excluding those category pages. But for these 40 valid ones, Google thinks I should be able to find these in the Google index. But when I do an all-in URL search on Google, these articles are nowhere to be seen. So even when I try to force Google to show me that its articles are in the index, it's not showing me the articles. There's something wrong. They've disappeared into the ether and I don't know what's going on. Maybe it's some sort of sandbox phenomenon, but I don't remember this happening with any of my other sites in the sandbox. So I think that there are problems here. I think that maybe Google's kind of lost my articles and I need to get Google to re-index my articles somehow. We'll see what happens. I'm trying not to stress too much, but this is a really bad sign. If you're looking at this video, several months from now, you'll be able to look at my month 5 update and month 6 update and month 7 update and see what ended up happening. But right now, things aren't looking good. For the display ad site, I added 18 new articles and I was really happy with that. I also got a couple of articles that my writers already sent back to me that I'm ready to put up so that I've got a good start on month 5 as well. Another positive thing about this site is a few pages are ranking, and you can see that this is a little bit healthier. There are some impressions going on here. This purple line, which usually comes ahead of the blue line, you usually start seeing these impressions before you start seeing clicks. The purple line is starting to go up, and the blue line is following it. So we're seeing that this site has actually got some articles ranking, but if I look a little bit deeper, there are some indexing issues for this site. Looking at these excluded articles, some of them are articles I actually want to be included in the index and Google has excluded them for some reason. They're crawled, not currently indexed. Now, over the last couple of hours, I have seen 1 or 2 of them come back into the valid index. So I think this site can recover by itself. On top of that, when we look at the SERP tracker, we can see that I've got about 10 of my articles that are actually appearing in the SERPs in higher up positions. That's what I would expect around about the end of month 4. Sitting in the SERPs around position 50, 60, and I'll start seeing them going up and up over the following months. So both of the articles are hit by the indexing problems. I think the second article is going to be okay and recover. The first one, I don't know what's going on. So I need to go back to basics and think, look, I am frustrated. It is the end of month 4 and things aren't going very well at the moment. But month 4 is a very low point and I need to trust the process. Go back to basics, long tail keywords, and getting some backlinks. So I need to stay the course. I may be able to recover. There may be some future, especially for that first site where I've sunk a lot of time and a lot of money into it. That affiliate site needs to start showing some articles, even if it's only 50, 60, 70 in the SERPs. I need to see it in the SERPs at some point soon to give me some confidence. So the game plan for that affiliate site, this is the one where for some reason everything says that it's in the Google index, but if I do an all-in URL search or a site colon operator search in Google, it's not appearing. What's going on? I'm actually going to pause the content production for this just for a short while. I've got 50 articles in the first 6 months. That's pretty good. I'm going to let them sit and see which one of my silos starts to rank so I can really start focusing on that silo. And I'm not going to throw good money after bad. I'm not going to keep spending money paying for writers if there's something seriously wrong with this article, this site. So I'm just going to pause for a minute, but I do think I need to give this site some due diligence and I need to give backlinks to the site. I need to be able to say to Google, hey, bring your crawlers back to my site. So I'm going to start building a foundation of guest post links, 6 guest posts this month. Hopefully that'll breathe some life into the site. I'm also going to create a YouTube page for it, a Facebook page for it, a Twitter page for it. Try to build up some links pointing into the site. Not only for SEO, not even for SEO, just to try to encourage Google's crawlers to come back to the site and start taking the site seriously. Because right now, clearly Google's not taking it seriously. For the display ad site, the game plan for this one, I can see that there are some indexing issues, but I think that they're going to be sorted out. And I'm starting to see that they're already being sorted out. So I'm going to trust that Google will solve this problem for the display ad site, and I'm going to keep pushing content to it. So I'm even going to get some of my writers that are working on the affiliate site and start adding to the display ad site, because it's only got 30 articles in it at the moment, and I can get that one. Remember, I want that one to be at 200 articles, whereas I want the display ad site to only be at 100. The affiliate site to only be at 100. So this one really needs to catch up with a lot more content. It's looking healthier, so I'm going to do a big content push on this site and let the affiliate site sit just for a couple of months. I'll get back to the affiliate site, but I'm just letting it sit for now. I'm also going to be doing some links for this site, but I'm not doing any black hat links. I may not even do guest posts for this site. But what I am going to do is I'm just going to make sure to try to solve some of that crawling problem, that Google's crawlers get more chances to come back to my site. So I'm going to build out some the YouTube channel and some social sites, just so that Google has to keep sending its crawlers back to my site and considering whether or not it wants to index those articles. So the links this site, I may even consider this could be a completely 100% white hat site. But at the moment, I'm just building a couple of social profiles around it to show that my site isn't orphaned from the web and it's sort of got some connections to other parts of the web. So to sum up, things aren't looking very good, especially for the affiliate site. I'm not even getting impressions. For some reason, Google isn't even it thinks it's in the index, but not letting it be seen at all, even if I try to force Google to show it to me when I do a Google search. I'd expect them to be indexed at this point, and I'd expect them to be showing at least a few impressions. It's been hard for me to differentiate between what's a sandbox issue and what's an indexing issue. So it's a frustrating time to be building sites. But the important thing is that I stay the course, I follow all the best practices, writing content and building links, and just be patient for now, because I know month 4 is usually a low point. So that's my summary. I'm at 51 for the affiliate one, 31 for the display ad site. Time to keep the faith, put more months into it, a solid 12-month commitment, try to get both the sites up to where I said I wanted to get them, 100 for the affiliate site, 200 for the display ad site, and trust that at some point Google will start ranking these articles. They're good articles, they've got well-written content, and they're targeting low competition keywords. So I'm doing all the right things. Things will sort themselves out, hopefully. So if you're in month 4 at the moment and you're frustrated as well, you might want to have a look at some of those metrics that I showed you just there. But just remember, things can start recovering, especially in the second half of the first year of a site.